Are you wondering what the best harness and leash combo is for your Boston Terrier? In this video, I'm going to walk you through what Emily and I have owned over the last decade, which has been several, but be sure to stay till the end because I'm going to show you what we're using currently and why I think it's the best. Coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel. Consider subscribing if you're someone who wants to learn more about the breed, learn what it's like to be an owner, hear expert interviews, as well as connect with other Boston Terrier lovers just like yourself. I'm Donnie Gardner, the founder of BostonTerrierSociety.com, and today what I want to walk you through is basically three phases in Bella's life whenever it comes to the harnesses and the leashes that we've used over the years. The first phase was the puppy/early adolescence phase. We used a harness for Bella. It was at first just a generic one. She grew out of it quickly. We ended up having to get a new one. We got her a mesh one. She shredded that one. So if you're gonna get a harness, I'm gonna show you one that's very durable later on in the video, but you wanna make sure you get one that's durable, especially when your Boston's 1 to 2 years old, because that's when they're in that teething phase and they'll definitely shred through it. But within that first phase, the puppy to early adolescence, we had a retractable leash. And really what I want you guys to get out of this section is I wouldn't recommend a retractable leash for a few different reasons. First, I really think the retractable leash led to Bella's pulling, which makes complete sense because think about this. If somebody gave you the opportunity to go really far on one walk and then they want you to be really close on the next walk and then you're all over the place on the next walk and really close on the following walk, it's just confusing for a dog. It'd be confusing for us, right? You're trying to figure out what do they want me to do? I can go far away, but then I can't. So I highly recommend not getting a retractable leash because once again, it led to the pulling. The second reason I wouldn't recommend a retractable leash is because I live in a city, and if you're allowing your dog to go out, some of these leashes go out like 15 feet. In the event that you need your Boston right next to you because something happened, maybe there's another dog that's coming over or something of that nature, it just turns into a nightmare. So I personally wouldn't recommend it. Now the second phase, I call the retraining phase for Bella, and this is whenever she had really bad pulling and we were trying to do things to make it stop. So we watched a few different videos. We found one of Caesar's videos where he recommends one of his leashes, and it's no harness, it's one of those slip collars. Now I would not recommend this anymore just because I've talked to a lot of different vets, even here on this YouTube channel, and they do not recommend this type of slip leash. But we used it for Bella and it was effective, but now we discovered a different way to stop the pulling and not be, kind of, in my personal opinion, kind of cruel, just because it does choke her out if she starts to go too far. And there's just so many errors or issues with causing damage, so I don't recommend this type of slip collar. Now, once again, to help eliminate the pulling, to help protect your Boston so it doesn't damage its airways through some type of slip collar, this is what Emily and I have. It is the Dean and Tyler harness. What I like about it, basically the pros, what I talked about earlier as far as harnesses, it is very durable. The other thing that I like about it, I didn't like the type of harnesses where you have to put your dog's feet in it. It has a little clip here that you can simply just put over Bella because I don't like her wearing her harness whenever she's inside. This is great, extremely durable, and it helps with them not pulling. There's really three different little D-rings here. So if you're trying to train your dog to be by your side, maybe it's the right side or the left side, you could use these little D-rings, and then there's the center one. Emily and I only use the center one. So those are the main reasons why I like it. It's extremely durable. It has helped with Bella's pulling, especially whenever you use the combo leash like this. There's only a couple drawbacks whenever it comes to this particular harness. It is bulky, so if you're wanting something slick looking, this probably isn't the harness for you. The other drawback is if you have a smaller Boston Terrier, I'm talking anywhere between 5, maybe 15 pounds, I don't know if this would be the best harness for them. If you want to get a different style that for a smaller Boston Terrier, you can check out the Kurgo dog harness. What I like about that is it's kind of similar to this as far as the durability looks, but it'll fit a smaller Boston Terrier. I haven't personally used it, but it has a lot of great reviews, so I went ahead and included that in the show notes in case you have a smaller Boston Terrier. But overall, if you have a Boston Terrier between 15 pounds on up, I highly recommend the Dean and Tyler harness. It's going to help with pulling as long as you use the 4-foot type of leash, and it's not going to hurt them in the process. It's extremely durable and easy to slip on and off. So that is the type of harness and leash that Emily and I use currently for Bella. Once again, you can find those in the show notes below if you want to go check them out for yourself. My question to you today is, what kind of harness and leash are you using for your Boston Terrier currently? Put it in the show notes below because I'd love to see what you guys are using. Maybe I can check those out for Bella and maybe do a further video on the top 10 harnesses to use for Boston Terriers. So put those in the show notes because I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. If you love learning about Boston Terriers, subscribe to this YouTube channel just so you can get the latest. If you want to see other videos where I do product reviews for Bella, you can check out that playlist here or one of my latest videos here. Otherwise, until next time, life is better with a Boston.